Welcome to Church of the Chair, where we celebrate all the things we do while seated. I'm your host, E, here today with my co-host, Chad Lutzke. We are collaborating on a novel called Planet Caravan. We've got nothing done over the weekend. We are fresh-eyed and ready to go this morning. I laugh because I am not fresh-eyed, but we have done nothing since you guys last saw us. Good morning, Boggle. Good morning, Haley. Have a great Maynard James Keenan and productive session. Thank you. I guess a great
Monday.
Thank you. Chad speaks Boggle far better than I do, but I thought maybe it was like writing day or something like that. I didn't know. Have a great Monday. Anyways, we love you, Boggle. So, I have no. Hang on. Where to go? I'll be right back. I got to go get the cards everybody sent me because I promised Haley that I would show it, and then I want to show Zoop's card too. So I'll be right back. I knew I brought him out here. I knew it. So what did I miss while I was gone? No, just kidding. Expect I had to go all the way back in the house. All right, so Zoop, being the goofball that he is, he sent me this flying angelfish, I guess. I don't know. All it says on the inside, didn't even bother writing in it because he put other things in there. Said, "Holy mackerel, it's your birthday." Then Haley made me a card. Look at this. Look at my little beaver. Well, don't look at my little beaver, but little beaver. Look at this. And then I wanted to ask you, Haley, if you're here, why didn't you just write on the card? I'm just interested. I'm curious. But there's a piece of paper glued, or was there something else on it? I don't know. Anyways, and down here it says it's your birthday. But the most endearing part of this card is something you guys may not think is as special as I do. I find this special because I like the aftermath of things, or like the leftovers of things. So bear with me. There's paint splotches on the back of the card. It's like the way I look at this is like, you know how when you buy something that's handmade, it has imperfections. This is what makes things special for me. Like, seeing the paint fingerprints on the back of it, that makes this special. So I just wanted to throw that out there, that knowing that because I made a mistake and I had to fix it. Oh, that's fine. That makes it even better. Now I want to kind of like peel it back and look at what kind of mistake you made, but I won't. And if I do, I won't tell you. But anyway.
There's a reviewer named Jason Cavallero. He's a drummer for a couple metal bands. He's also in the drum line for the New Orleans Saints. And every time,
about Pinhead Spawn?
Yeah.
Okay. Every time I finally got on track, every time someone mentions Jason, I'm like, I know I've heard that name before. This is the first time I've been right that it's Pinhead. Continue on.
Yeah,
so I just making sure I knew who you're talking about.
Love that guy. And every time I send him a book, whether it be a paperback or just an copy, e-arc or something, he sends me a thank you card, and it always has like a cat on it. Just a little thank you card. One time he sent me a shirt for one of his bands and a cookie from like the gas station or something like that. But he always sends me a thank you card, and doesn't have to. But the dude reads. He reads like 250 books a year.
Yeah,
and I said, dude, how do you do that? And he said, well, for starters, I don't watch any TV.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, well, that'll do it.
Yeah, you told me this, but I think we were offline. I think we're chilling in the back.
Thank you. Thank you, Haley. This is my buddy Jeremy Wagner's band.
Oh, that's Jeremy's band? Cool.
Yeah, and it's his birthday today,
Hope?
So I thought I would represent.
Does it say Broken Hope? Okay.
Yeah, Broken Hope. It's one of the album covers for.
You can do that. I deliberately made it so the happy birthday message was separate from the image, so you can keep the image if you want. It's going in the back of the. Whether you like it or not, it's going in the background. Well, once I showed it off, next video you see is going to be in the background. I will set it up, so it's going to be up for everyone to see. And I'm not going to tear it apart. I know you said I could tear it apart, and but no, like this is amazing, and this is very cool. I like this a lot. Considerable effort, absolutely beautiful. But what makes it special to me, like I said, is the paint splotches on the back, because like I said, that's that imperfection. That's the gold to mend together the broken ceramic pot. That's what that is. That's absolutely wonderful. I love that green. Happy birthday, random person. Retail slaps. Yeah, Jeremy Wagner's good people.
He's good.
He's always been kind to me. He's always been nice and forthcoming. And Darren reached out to him to review the books that we did, and he left us reviews. So yeah, Jeremy's good people. You can tell I'm an artist because I get paint or glitter on everything, and that's what makes shit special. I don't care what anybody says. I paid $60 for a coffee mug that I've shown off before. It's my loser mug. I paid $60 for that mug, and the reason why I paid $60 for it is because it was handmade. It's got her little stamp on the bottom of it, and on top of that, the bottom is kind of wonky. Like it sits at just a little bit of an angle, and the only way you can really tell is if you put something in there. You can see the water level is a little bit crooked. So the I didn't say that right, because that's not even physically possible. But anyways, it doesn't sit flat. Anyways, so that's the whole reason I did it, is because she put it up there and she was like, okay, well, I usually charge 60 for these, but since this one didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, I'll you can have it for 40. I'm like, no, I'll pay 60 for the one you don't like. 100% I'll pay. That's what I want. That's what I'm looking for. And I can go down to Spencer's or Hot Topic, or if they're open, Spirit, and buy something that looks like this with Pennywise on it, or Loser, or whatever. They always have them. And I can do that any day of the week. I cannot, however, buy this unique item right here that not even the artist thinks is valuable. I can make that. It's valuable to me. In fact, sorry, go ahead.
I have this. This is made by my daughter when she was maybe 10. She's 37 now.
Yeah, that's so cool. So
yeah,
cool.
Man.
I have an entire file folder in a literal like standing file box. You know what I'm talking about? With like 3 drawers, and so you can lock it and all that. I have an entire drawer. You know how long them bitches are? I have an entire drawer full of my kids' artwork from the time Dan, started drawing, like at like 2 or 3, little squiggles and whatnot. I literally have pages with nothing but just like loops and squiggly marks with crayons, all the way up to the stuff that they're doing now, which is amazing. It's fantastic stuff. Same thing with Chris. No matter what he does, I keep. And it's an entire, like, it's thousands of pages where they just, sat over Dan's 18 now, Chris is 11, and they're always goofing off with some kind of art supplies or something. So I have an entire file, not an entire file, but an entire file drawer full of their stuff. And that stuff means the world to me, because no one else has that. I'm a collector at heart, and no one will ever have those things unless I were to give it to them. So
we've got a lot of that stuff too. I even have I remember one time when my daughter was like I think she was like 14 or 15, she threw out a bunch of journals that she had written.
Oh no.
And a bunch of photos. She was just cleaning her room. She's like her mom. Like her mom and her are not like sentimental about stuff, but I am like hyper sentimental. So I'll hold on to stuff that. Sorry. I'll hold on to stuff that I don't even necessarily need. But I saw all this crap in her trash in the bedroom. These journals and these photos of like friends and stuff that she just didn't want anymore. And I was like, oh no. And I grabbed them all out of there, put them in a box, stuck them in the attic or in the garage, and I was like, I'll give these to her in another 10 or 15 years.
Yeah. And mad respect for not looking through them. Mad respect for not looking through them. Just throw them in a box, put them in the attic.
I don't know if I did or not.
Ooh.
To be honest with you.
All right. Well,
that's not, if I did, that's not why I pulled them out. I pulled them out because
I know.
I knew it would be a great, like, you thought you got rid of these.
She's 100%. If she hasn't yet, she'll. she'll probably want them eventually. Like, oh, I wish I hadn't have thrown that away.
No,
You
I
get a big
did.
scrap.
I gave it
Sorry.
to her, and I think she was in a move. You know how we all lose stuff when in a move.
Oh yeah.
Just we've all lost it, but this time it literally fell off like on the highway or something of the back of
Man.
moving van or something like that, and like weeks later somebody called her because they tracked her down. They're like, I saw this crap scattered all over the road. It had like your social security card and all this kind of stuff.
Oh,
So
okay.
everything just scattered. So I think she lost a lot of that stuff.
That sucks.
And I could see her throwing it away anyway, just because, like I said, her and her mom, they're not sentimental like that.
Well, I'm not. Here's the funny part about me, and Haley, I'll read your comment in just a second because I want to touch on that. But with me, I am not sentimental about my own personal purchases. Like, I've lost my Stephen King collection twice. Almost lost it the third time, and when the tree fell this last time, I don't know if I told you about it or if you saw it on Discord or whatever, but a tree fell in between my sheds. Barely missed the King collection because it fell on this wall. If it had been like a couple, like maybe a foot, a foot over, it would have hit the King collection. And it was storming that night, so everything would have put a hole in it, ruined the whole thing. And I realized when I walked out there, I was like, I realized that I could have lost it, and it's like, oh well, it's just stuff, kind of thing, you know. And I even made a joke about it in a video that I posted. But yeah, it's but when it comes to things other people give me, those things are important. But as far as my stuff, I don't give a shit. But if, like, let's say the difference here is a perfect example. PlayStation 4, both me and Chris had a PlayStation 4. Mine broke down, and I just left it because I was going to get a PlayStation 5. It didn't bother me whatsoever. His broke, and I was more upset about his, not at him, but more upset about his because I didn't want him to go through what I went through so much as a child, because we moved,
Of course,
probably,
yeah.
you know, so many times. Like you said, you lose shit every time you move. We lost so much stuff, had stuff destroyed by hurricanes, weather, all different kinds of stuff. And it just, I didn't want that for him. But as far as things me, like, I buy that, and I think that's where the switch clicked with me. You know, if I bought something once, I can buy it again. Hell yeah, it's going to be a struggle to do it, but I survived without it at one point in time. I can survive without it again. It's not a big deal. But yeah, other people's stuff that I care about, 100% worry and care about those things. But my shit, yeah, I mean, there's over $50,000 worth of books in this office, so that would be a huge hit. It would suck drastically, but I would just start rebuilding again. That's literally it. In fact, here's a little bit of psychology for you. I'm actually less appreciative of my collection now that it's finished than I was when I was building it, because the building is the fun part. The owning, not so much. The only time I find any joy in my Stephen King collection nowadays is when I'm showing it off to people. And that's why I'm always like, oh yeah, I got that. Oh yeah, I got that. Let me show you this. Let me show you that. That's the joy I get, is sharing that with others.
Yeah.
As far as me, I don't come out here and just like stand here with hearts in my eyes staring at my collection. It's just stuff. That's it. I do want to talk about what Haley said. You could get a big scrapbook and stick all the artwork in and keep it all together. Once again, I would need, like, literally, it's a 2-foot deep drawer. The filing cabinet is 2 feet deep. I would need multiple, and it's full of sheets of paper. So just imagine how many thousands of sheets of paper that is, because it didn't matter if they, well, let me reverse that. Like, if it started like doing just like 3 scratches and went like, oh man, I don't like that, and crumbles it up and throws it off to the side or throws it in the trash can, I would come behind either one of them, pull it out of the trash can, flatten it out, and stick it in the file. So even the stuff they screwed up, I kept. So it would take, yeah, it would be a tree. Exactly. I would have a stack 2 feet, well, more than that, because those scrapping books. Those you guys know what I'm talking. Those crafting books only
Yeah.
have what, maybe 50 pages in them, and they're pretty thick. So it would literally be a treat. Yes, you're absolutely. It would be a fucking sequoia, 100%. I'm so glad it turned. Me too. I have a feeling that here's something that's going on before we get started. I'm probably going to take a break before we get started writing. We'll get started probably about 30 till. But here's something. So I have a maintenance man who comes out and does certain things. He's kind of like a jack of all trades. And he came out. We've been missing mail for like the past week. So a maintenance man comes out and he's talking to me and he goes, hey man, have you heard of American Book Club? I pull out my phone like I do when I haven't heard of something, and I'm like, no, I haven't. And I start Googling it, and he goes, oh, no, you're not going to find it on there. It's like a mail-in subscription service. I'm like, and they're not online? He goes, yeah. So he goes, yeah, but here's the thing. Don't worry about that. Here's the thing. What you do is you give me, I already know your name and your address. It's personalized to each person. So give me the last 4 of your social and your birthday. And I'll hook you up, and you'll get free books. I have to give away like 2 accounts, right? Without hesitation. No hesitation. There's an echo, by the way, Chad. Without hesitation, I gave him the wrong last 4 digits, and I changed one of the numbers in my birthday. So about 3 days later, I get a notification from the credit card company that was sending me a card saying how someone's trying to get into your account. But of course, I gave him the wrong numbers, and it just kept kicking him out or whatnot. They're trying to activate the card. So what I thought happened, and I was going to tell you guys about it eventually, but what I thought happened was dude was just stealing our mail. And he probably did once, so I was worried that he stole the mail. Anyways, but the whole reason why I gave him the fake information was to see if he was actually going to do it and what he was going to do with it, because I have credit lock also. Two-way verification on everything. All my shit's locked down. And that's the only reason why the Temu scam thing that went through it didn't go through. My credit card company caught it because the person didn't have the two-factor verification or whatever. So I thought I didn't think it got lost in the mail. I thought dude stole it and probably threw it away, expecting there to be like birthday money or something in it. So yeah, that's just. Anyways, I'm just throwing that story out there. So I thought it had been stolen, and Zoop actually sent me money and a PlayStation card through the mail. Also, he put it in the card. You couldn't really tell that it was a card though. He sent that, and I thought that disappeared too. But it's everything that we've been missing all week, that we have all the mail we hadn't gotten this past week showed up on Saturday, except for the card that someone, this handyman maintenance dude, tried to turn on. But yeah, I thought it got stolen, and I was going to be very, very upset. I would want, and that's a perfect example. I would have been more upset about that birthday card, Haley, than I would have been had he gotten into that credit card. So that's how I am. The little leaf pieces on your card were die cut using my Big Shot die cutting machine. I thought it was like stenciled like hot glue or something. I had no idea. That's really cool. See, chat. These little things, they're raised up, like they have texture. It's really cool. I really want this as a bookmark, but I don't want to tear up the card. She put some two.
Use the whole card.
Use the whole card. I could only use it. Imagine me trying to put this in a paperback. Imagine that. All right. Yeah, I gotta find a new. And I got to find a new maintenance man, and I think I have another leak. So 3 months back, my water bill was $127, and we got a letter from the water company saying that the leak meter was running. So called out a plumber. Plumber found out it was a hot water heater. He fixed the hot water heater and the leak underneath the house, and then I guess the pressure change or whatever blew out the water valve for our refrigerator. So that blew out, sprayed everywhere, turned the water off before there was any real damage. And then he figured out it was the regulator down by the road that was doing the whole thing. It was sending too much pressure. It was like 150 pounds when it was only supposed to be like 40 or 50, between 30 and 50, something like that. So, anyways, the next month was $150 for a water bill. And I just got the most recent one, and this is over a month after it was fixed, and now it's 107, 104. So I don't know what the hell's going on, but I got to figure this out sometime soon. Good morning, JB. How are you doing this morning, Mr. Taylor? I love Derek so much. Derek is a trip. He's talking about his over on Discord. He's talking about his nieces, nephews, or yeah, he's got three nieces and a nephew, and talking about how much he loves them. But he said the other ones ain't real humans yet. Little emotionally codependent stuffed goblins who can't pull their own weight. I'm sorry, that dude trips me out every single day. He makes me laugh. All right. Look at her toes. What? Rubber. Every single time I read this line, I want to change it to rubber bands, and I know that's not what you meant. Rubber hands with blood-painted fingers are stuck to the walls. I think that's something that like Grammarly would catch. Like, do you mean rubber bands? My brain is now an AI. Here, let me show this. I got absolutely nothing done. Chad knows this already, but I got absolutely nothing done this weekend because, of course, I was taking time off. Chad didn't do anything either. Well, that sounded terrible. But
not in this, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant. So we're picking up fresh. I don't even remember what I wrote last time. I'm gonna have to reread the whole 4 pages just to catch me up. See, this is another reason why I don't get upset when things get changed or whatever, because I don't even remember what I write from day to day. So what the fuck does it matter? It's not like I'm going to realize. And it's only when I go through and I read the stuff like you've edited or completely rewritten, I'm like, oh, he kept that. Like, I recognize that line. Oh, yeah, I read that. Haley, what are you drawing that for? Are you drawing that for anybody? Or are you just drawing a random thing?
Up above, she's doing it for somebody's short story about a woman who chokes to death on a sausage roll and haunts the nursing home, I think is what she said.
Where did she say? Oh, okay, I see it now. All right, yeah, I completely missed that. I'm sat working on that granny in the bed drawing. It's for a little lad who is writing a story about a grandma who chokes on a sausage roll and haunts the care home. That's awesome. Yeah, that's fantastic. All right. My spine feels wrapped in barbed wire this morning, and that's not a bad well, it is a bad thing. Don't get me wrong, but that's not going to affect my mobility. It's my lower back that's the problem. But I have 2 compressed discs in my neck, I have bone spurs on my spine, right in the middle of my back between my shoulder blades. So every now and again, it feels like something with claws has grabbed me and twisted. All that's fine. I can live through the pain. That's not an issue. But it's the lower back that affects my mobility. So anytime, I just don't want anybody getting worried. It's like, you need to go get off your butt. Yes, I do. But the spine up here is not going to have me down for a week like my lower back will. The brother of a little girl you work with, Julio. Yeah, sausage roll does sound good. Around here, they're called kulaches. They're a big, not Polish sausage, but like those Johnsonville, not brats, but those Johnsonville sausages, if you guys know what I'm talking about. Those wrapped in pastry dough, and then usually the sausage will have, you have a choice of like regular cheese, cheese and jalapeno, and I always go for the cheese and jalapeno because I'm a little spicy goblin. So YouTube did not demonetize the last live stream until, oh, no, they reinstated. Whoa, hang on. They reinstated it. They reinstated the first one, so that means if I fight this one, I can, yeah, okay. Sorry guys, I'm excited over here, as you can tell. Where do I go to get this video? I guess I'm gonna have to go into studio and do it. I guess they took down the Hey, good morning, Lee. If you're wondering why I always stumble on your name, it's because I always want to call you Leia for whatever reason. And that makes absolutely no sense. I think the reason why it's getting hit is because the title is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I think it's the massacre that's triggering the algorithm. I don't think it's anything in the video itself. Good morning, you beautiful bastards. Good morning to you, sir. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take a break. When I get back, I'm going to start writing. I'm just going to start rolling on the notes. I know Chad's already working, so I'm going to go ahead and take my break, and I'll be back in 10 to 15. Good morning, Zoop. Good morning, Solvents. How are y'all doing? Dude, the echo's back. The hell?
I don't know what that is, man, because I got my headset in.
Yeah, no.
And I got the echo turned off.
I don't know, man. That's weird. Oh, it stopped.
I turned so that the echo's on. So I don't know.
That's if for those of you that don't, well, nobody knows because we fix these things before we get started. When we first get on, when Chad uses his podcasting mic, it sounds like. I mean, I know I have the hiss in the background. I can't do anything about the hiss because it's my air conditioning. But is it still there? No, I don't hear it, and that's what was screwing me up because every time I say something, I would lose my train of thought because I'd hear myself. But sound like he was talking through like a 1940s ham radio. Yeah, these we were talking about how these blue Yetis have too many problems for the cost. I don't hear it. Yeah, I don't hear it anymore. So if y'all hear it, I apologize, but he's good. He's good.
I don't hear it in the playback here, but it does. It sounds like crap because I'm not using my mic. I mean, it doesn't sound like total garbage, but it doesn't sound how it's supposed to.
Yeah.
But I'm
Well,
not
I don't sound how I'm supposed to either because of the damn air conditioning. Hissing season is what I call it. Every summer, my videos are just shh.
It's not. Yeah, but it's not that bad.
Okay. Well,
it just sounds like some white noise.
It still annoys me. It's like people back in the day when I used to use. I had a mirrorless DSLR or whatever, some kind of actual camera that was only a camera that I used in my original videos. I used to get comments all the time, people going, "Why does it sound like you're frying fish in the background?" I'm like, I don't know. I'm sorry. And it wasn't the air conditioning. It was just like a normal noise in the background of those videos because you couldn't plug a mic into the camera. And I didn't know how to sync up audio separately.
Mm-hmm.
I finally got a lapel mic. Then I upgraded the lapel mic to a condenser mic. Then I updated the condenser mic to my Yeti. And now I've been happy other than when it goes out whenever I use the vlog machine. Oh no, hang on, it's my bad. I have you guys on my laptop as I draw and I reply on my phone. Ah, gotcha. Why does it sound like you're frying fish in the background? Yeah, that's exactly what it sounded like too. It's 100%. I couldn't even be mad because they were right. All right, hopefully that gets reinstated for monetization. I don't understand what YouTube wants, so I'm just going to go ahead and jump in here and start writing. Actually, I got to read because I forgot everything that I wrote.
I just finished the funhouse part. I'm trying to figure out what
you finished it? Okay. All right.
Yeah, they just left the funhouse. Unless you think of more to add. I mean, it's not that long. I didn't really.
Yeah. I'll go back over it.
I described a couple rooms then fully describe the mummy room, and then just kind of like more of the same.
Yeah, I'm reading it. I got you. So I saw something. This just reminded me because you were talking about how it's like all the spiders held a meeting then left, and it's brought this up. There's this guy on TikTok that takes black canvases, and he has these. He has a bunch of different. Well, I mean, it's just outside where spiders be anyway. It's not like he has them or owns them. So don't get me wrong, but it he'll take the black canvas and center the spider web, and every day there's a new web, as spiders do, whatever. But he'll take the black canvas and pull it into the spider web, and then the spider web will of course cling to the canvas, and then he sprays it with the stuff that people use to set a painting.
Yeah, clear coat stuff.
Yeah, clear coat. They're the most gorgeous fucking things I've ever seen. They shimmer and shine, and it's just absolutely beautiful. And he sells them for like $500 a piece. And people buy these things, and literally all he has to do is grab, and they're all unique. He just grabs pulls it on there. It sticks perfectly. He wipes off the sides, and then he sprays it with clear coat. Sells it for $500. I'm like, that's nuts. A crying fish? No, not Krish. Not Krish. Not what? Not a crying fish. A frying fish. Yeah, like damn it! I just want my lunch. Like, damn it! It's like one of the comments was hilarious. Some lady said, "Damn, not even a spider can keep their house in this economy." And me being someone who hates spiders, I'm all for it.
When I met my wife, she owned 2 tarantulas, and we used to hold them all the time. And then she developed an allergy, like over time. It was really weird, and she started getting hives, and she got hives in her throat, and had to go to the doctor. And at that point, I think we got rid of. Well, I think one of them had died, but then we got rid of them. But they got out a couple of times, which was creepy because in our first apartment together, we had like one of these. We had one of these foam like beds things that like is also a couch, and we had this wall unit like entertainment center filled with like aquariums. There was 2 for the spiders. There was we had, I think, mice and a rat or 2 rats or something like that. So anyway, when we would sleep, because we had the TV also on that thing, we would push this foam couch bed thing. We'd fold it out and push it up to the wall unit where these aquariums were, where the tanks were. And one of the spiders got out one time, and the only way to get down is to crawl on us. Because our feet were at the edge of this thing. And so we got up, and we noticed that it was missing. And we're like, where's the spider? We're looking all over, and then we didn't look under the couch yet. And I'm like, she's like, lift up the couch. I was like, stick my fingers under there and then lift up the couch?
Fucking that thing's been burnt down. I'm sorry. I'll tell you why.
It's like I had no problem like holding these sometimes, but I didn't want to like blindly stick my fingers in the dark crevice.
It's like that scene in Flash Gordon. You know what? I'm sure you know what.
I haven't seen that movie.
You haven't?
No.
Oh my god, you need to. There's a scene where they have to put their arm. It's like a test of strength or manhood or whatever.
Is that same thing? That same thing is in Phantasm and Dune, I think.
Yeah. Yes. You stick your hand into a dark hole and something happens to you. Yeah. No, ain't no way. So I am deathly afraid of spiders and dolls. Both of them are both irrational. But when I was 9 years old, I got locked in a closet by a friend of mine, and his mother or grandmother, I can't remember which one it was, collected dolls. And uh, all of the old dolls that didn't look pretty enough to be out, she would stuff in this closet. And it wasn't like a huge walk-in, but it was, big enough. It was like a square. You walk in, there was uh, two walls, of course, in the back, but it was completely full, no clothes whatsoever, just completely full of dolls, just stacked on top of each other, just walls of dolls. And because it was in a dark space, all the dolls were infested with spiders. So I turn on the light, realizing that he's locked me in. I turn on the light, and it's literally a scene out of a horror movie. It still fucks me up anytime horror movies do this, but spiders, just with the light on, the spiders just crawling out of every hole in these fucking things. And I'm in there just screaming, banging on the door, and my quote unquote friend is outside just howling with laughter. So I have no idea if he thought that, I was just overreacting or what at the time, or if he was really trying to fucking torture me. It didn't matter. I never went over his place again. We never talked again. But yeah, I was in there for about 10 minutes. Of course, my 9-year-old brain probably stretched out 2 minutes to 10 minutes, but it felt like forever. And when I got out, there was one on my back that he killed, and there was another one scurrying down my leg. And yeah, I can't deal with spiders or dolls, and it's specifically ceramic baby dolls. I don't have any problem with like plastic ones. Like it's ceramic baby dolls, those things. And if their eyes move, and these didn't. Here's the crazy part: the ceramic dolls she had were just old timey dolls that the eyes were painted on. But if a baby doll has the eyes that like blink and shit, no, I can't do it.
Those gravity eyes.
Yeah, the gravity eyes, exactly. That's no, not gonna happen. And I try not to tell people that, because every time I do, I end up getting like loads of messages with nothing but stories about spiders, or if I was on Twitter, and this is why I don't miss Twitter too much. It would, especially with the horror community, they're always sharing pictures of spiders crawling on shit or whatever it might be. But yeah, but it literally triggers me. Like I'll the rest of the day I'll feel like things are crawling on me. It's just, even your story got my arms tingling. Yeah, but if I see it, or if it's in person, man, I will lose my shit.
I won't finish the story then.
Okay, I appreciate you. Just you saying that you had to lift the couch or whatever. Well, actually, what bothered me more is that you said you used to just hold them or have them in your hand or whatever. And at that point, I was like, okay, I'm done with this. I'm gonna zone out. It's like, so even if you do finish the story for everyone else, I blocked you out. My grandmother used to have a bunch of dolls in her guest bedroom. So creepy when we used to stay over. This isn't a fear of mine, but I do find it very, very creepy. Cuckoo clocks. Because my grandmother, she didn't have a cuckoo clock, but she had this bird clock. Every single hour was a different bird, and every single hour it would chime, but the chime was the sound of that particular bird singing. And this happened even all throughout the night. Like, it'd be 3 a.m. in the morning, and I'd hear or whatever, and it'd be like a blue-breasted tit or whatever, singing at 3 o'clock in the morning. Scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. Anytime I stayed over there, scared the shit out of me. You hate all bugs, to be honest. The only bugs I don't hate, because I honestly think they're cute and I will save them, are those little not stick bugs, but they're like tree bugs that aren't roaches. Their back almost looks like an old school shield, like a crest of some kind, but they're brown and they got black speckles on them and they got weird antennas and whatnot. I love those things. I don't know why. And I know it is pissing and it is a pheromone to scare me off, but the smell on my hand when I like carry them outside, that's a good smell. I don't know what else to say. It's nasty, but it's still, I'm like, that's a good smell. And but I know it's their only line of defense. It's like, holy shit, this huge flesh monster just grabbed me and is about to crush me. Let me piss all over his hand. And after I let him go, and I imagine he's just looking at me like, what the fuck? When I'm like, that's a good smell. You're freaked out, praying mantis.
When I was like 13 or 14, I had this neighbor who had twins, and then an older the twins had an older brother who was like, I don't know, 6 or something like that.
Why did I
And
shiver when you said twins? Why did I? Anyways, go ahead.
well, they wanted me to babysit one night, and I was like, yeah, like 13 or 14. I was like, sure. And so I was babysitting, and they had this. This isn't scary for you, but it was scary for them. They had this. Well, maybe it will be scary for you. They had a doll. I think it was, naked. A lot of most dolls are naked. It's like, or in one or another stage of, redressing or undressing.
Yeah, yeah. No, I get what
And
you're
this
saying.
this doll, yeah, it was naked, hair, all messed up and stuff. And I went. They were all sitting at this dining room table, and I went outside with the doll. It was dark, and I like just held it up to the window like that, real slow, and like tapped on the window. Those kids started screaming so bad. Years later, I was like, dude, what were you? That was really
Yeah,
cruel.
that was that. Yeah, I'm over here like, ooh, ooh. Yeah, I gotta
But I
remember.
used to do that. I used to do that to my younger sister and brother all the time, though. If I was like watching them and my parents were gone, I would just like we'd be doing something, and if they were facing me, I would like slowly like look upstairs and have my face just like slowly contort to this like just face of pure terror, and I'd point like this like at the top of the stairs or out the window or something, and they would just be like be afraid. They're like, what, Chad, what?
Dude, you were fucking evil, man. You were
I
fucking
was, dude.
evil. Uh, yeah. If I okay, so two things. Not only did Jimmy bring up shoes, but Haley brought up roaches. So my wife's biggest thing, her irrational fear is cockroaches because when she was a little girl, they lived in a roach infested place, and she was putting her foot in, and she tells us the same way every time. She had these Nintendo shoes. They had literally they look like the Nintendo controllers, the NES controllers, and that's the same color scheme and everything. And she tells the story the same way every time. She goes to put her foot in her shoe, and a cockroach came crawling out of it. Ever since then, she can't handle it. Flash forward to when we first moved in here, there was an infestation. There was a guy that ways down the road literally had his own dump. Like he turned his yard into a dump, and he buried all of his trash until he couldn't fit any more trash in the ground. His entire acre was nothing but trash other than his trailer. And the smell that came off the place, all that stuff. And we're out in the country anyways, so it just attracts even more bugs. So it was a hot spot. So we went through and cleared out everything. But what I'm getting at is we had a problem for about 3 or 4 months, and they were thick. You get out of bed in the middle of the night, go into the kitchen, and you see the whole fucking floor just moving. So we're sitting there at dinner one night, and a fucking roach falls off the ceiling and lands in my wife's hair. And Shell just completely loses. Well, she didn't realize at first. She was just like digging, and of course she has really thick, curly hair, so she's digging into it, and she feels it, and then she feels it crawling and just starts screaming.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I'm digging, and she's already terrified of roaches. So I'm digging in her hair, and she's slapping at me, even though I'm trying to help, and I understand why she's slapping because she's just like, just so fucking good. But anyway, she runs in, jumps in the shower, fully dressed, and just lets the water go. And we never actually, she was fucked up for a while because we never actually found the roach.
Yeah.
Even though I got a hold of it, but I couldn't get it out. So either it washed out and we never saw it come out, or whatever. But yeah, that she was fucked up for a while. Anytime anything touched her, she would just start screaming. So yeah, I can't bear bugs, but roaches in particular freak me the hell out. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like those house centipedes, man. We get those because we live on a lake, so I guess they're supposed to be good because they do like they kill roaches and they kill spiders, and we got a ton of spiders because we live on the lake because of all the flying insects and dragonflies and whatnot.
Mosquitoes, all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, so but those house centipedes, man, there was one the other day. crawling in the. We don't see them up here, but they are in the basement. Once in a while, walk down there and there'll be one on the wall. Do you know what I'm talking about? The house centipede.
Yeah, we get them here. We also get scorpions.
They're
Same
like
thing happens.
gray and hard to see, and they
Yeah,
run
yeah,
like freaking lightning, man.
yes, yes, they do.
Oh my
Yes,
gosh, those things are.
yeah, we get those too. Remember, there's a lake just across the way from me. I don't know if I told you that.
Yeah.
There's a hunter's lodge and there's a lake over there. And then there's Goose Landing that's a little bit that way. So we get a lot of the stuff that you get around lakes, just because it's in proximity. But the story with Chris was in the shower and a fucking scorpion came up out of the drain, and just like walked through the water as he's showering. The poor kid was like 9 at the time, and it can't. And he's cowering in the corner of the shower, just screaming. And of course, me and Shell up, bust in, and by that time, like I said, he's already in the corner. And I was like, what? And he's still screaming. He's just staring down. I'm like, God, it's like a massive spider or something. So I'm already starting to freak out. Plus, my child is screaming. So I literally ripped the curtain off of the pole. Even knowing there's a spotter, it might be a spider. Just completely like just seeing my kid in danger and that scared. I didn't give a fuck. I was going in, and this thing was about this big, black, really thin, not big at all, but still at the same time, that's terrifying, man. I don't know if those little ones are poisonous or not, but yeah,
I have never even seen one, man. That's a deal breaker for me. Scorpions.
We don't even get that many around here. Usually they're out west and in deserts and shit. Around here, we don't get them. But when we do get them, they're in the bathtub. So they come up through, and we've lived in 2 different places around here, and both places we've had scorpions in the bathtub, whether they be dead or in Chris's thing is, it was alive, but we usually find them dead. Yeah, scorpions, man. That poor child. That poor child. I'm so glad you live in England. Yeah. But yeah, I couldn't. I'm not ever even going to visit Australia. There ain't no way in hell. Anyways, go ahead.
My friend Mercedes lives out west, and she's constantly posting pictures of dead scorpions that she killed in her house. And I keep trying to I was like, you have to move, because she was bit by one and she almost died. And they had to. She really went through hell with that scorpion bite, and if she gets bit again, I'm afraid it's gonna kill her because she's allergic to them.
Oh, damn it! My buddy Amina Akhtar, she lives in Arizona, and every night before she goes to bed, she checks her entire house with a flashlight, because they glow. Those little motherfuckers glow in the dark. No matter what breed of scorpion it is, they all glow. At least that's what she said. I didn't check, so don't quote me on that. I don't know, but she's posted pictures of them them glowing. Anyways, and I've seen Discovery Channel do the same thing. But anyways, but I might be wrong about all of them. But she'll go through her house every single night, wall to wall, everywhere. It takes her about 30 minutes to go through the whole thing with this flashlight, and then she posts pictures on Twitter and Instagram if she finds anything. And it's like at least once a week she has. I'm talking scorpions, those big desert bastards. That's what she gets in her house, and those things are deathly venomous. I always want to say poisonous, but that's the wrong thing. Poisonous is something that poisons you. Venom is creatures that, worst I get is a big spider in the bath, and I'm like, Aoife, look, a snack. Yeah, we got to get to work.
Yes.
This is what we go through every day, whether it's before stream or after stream. We just talk and talk and talk. So you guys are seeing what we do off camera. Jump in here. and I hope that works. So I titled this next chapter "No Place Like Home" because it's the chapter where he comes back, and the line, the paragraph that I use for reasoning for that, because it almost sounds like he's sentimental, right? Like it's then I realized I mistakenly thought of this place full of bad sounds as home, and those psychopaths outside as family. Ain't neither of them the right words for this house and those who live in it. Cassidy being the exception to the rule, of course. But yeah, this home is no place like home.
Nice.
Thank you. Dankeschön. Chadwick, Dankeschön. I don't know why I call you Chadwick. I give everybody fucking nicknames. So if you don't like it, just let me know and I'll stop doing it. I want to wake him up. She stuck at it.
No, I got a friend who calls me Chadwick. I've got a black friend who calls me.
Oh Lord, let's not get started with that shit again. Lord, I'm gonna leg drop you.
Actually, he calls me Von Chadwick.
Von Chadwick.
Yeah.
That's perfect. That's.
Whenever I see him, man.
Black.
Von Chadwick. What's up, man?
It's like the name of someone from like the fucking Sound of Music or something.
Yeah.
What are those people called? Like the Van Burens, the Van Brauns, or I can't remember.
I don't know.
Von Chadwick is great. That's classic. Oh my god. Ooh, I really like that line. Somehow the whisper is worse than the holler. I don't know why I like that so much. Not often I like what I write until after I'm done with it. right. Scroll all the way down. Let's go through here. I'd put mesh over the plug hole. Yeah, we've done that, but echoes. That's fucking weird. Anyways, I'm just gonna ignore it. I put mesh. We've done that, but the I haven't found a mesh yet that will keep everything from coming up out of the drain, and B, that doesn't rust within like a week. I get it. Worst I get is a big spider in the bath, and I'm like, oh yeah, you already said that. Never mind. That's up on Discord. I love it. That's very cute, Haley. Good job. All right, I got to go back over here and see what I got to write next. You're welcome, Haley. Okay. Ooh, I even know what to call this section. X marks the spot. People are going to think I'm talking about the Coke, but it's really a Ferris wheel bucket. I love things with other meanings, double entendres. So I've done the him going home, grabbing the Coke, and leaving. There's a whole scene with Travis coming in, berating him like he wanted, and now I'm going into him heading back and doing the starting to help the roustabouts break down and all that stuff. Yeah, I think I can handle that one pretty well because I know how it all goes. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into that one. And then, yeah, because you're doing.
I just started the confrontation with Mingo, and then I remembered that I didn't do the you can't win the Pink Panther confession. So that's what I'm doing right now.
All right. Oh, down
I'm pretty
here.
much done with it.
So you've done Sam and Shane go to the fun house. Yeah, all that. Basically, I have it on my screen. You got these left to go. I have this one and this one I'm doing. So when Shane gets home, I've written this whole section right here. That's done.
Okay.
And then I'm about to jump into... Actually, no. Yeah, both of these, but I've made both of these one chapter. It kind of just naturally went together. And then I'm going to jump into this one. I'm going to call this chapter X Marks the Spot.
Okay, you can highlight the ones you've done if you want.
Okay. Yeah. I will. It's a good point. Never mind, because you did that too. All right. Done, baby. All right. I'm so tired of scrolling up and down. I keep forgetting simple shit. All right. Oh, bye, J Rod. I probably missed you, but goodbye. I have a headache. I'm gonna go have. All right, Haley. Uh-oh, I think my air conditioning's dying. There he goes. Okay. It like tried to start twice and it did not sound good, but it's rolling now. Hang on. Be right back. I smell burning wires.
Uh-oh.
All right. It wasn't burning wires. I had to clean the filter.
Oh.
That's what it was. All right. Yeah, I need to go on break. My butt was screaming. I
Right.
knew it was time, so I will be back. I've done a considerable amount. Well,
We're at
only 2 pages, but
we're at 29 right now.
sweet,
A little over.
sweet chest meat. All right, I'll be back. All right, I'm back.
Welcome back. Yeah, the scene's going well. This competition scene.
Very cool. Oh, another thing I've noticed with Shane's voice that I've been using. I don't know if you
Yeah.
want to partake, but when he sees something, not always, but when he sees something, for some odd reason he always says, "I clock this" or "I clock that" or whatever. I don't know why, but that's just how he comes out when I'm writing him. Like
I
oh, go ahead.
I've never heard that before. The only time I heard that is when you're timing something.
Yeah, but it can be used for just like noting something,
Okay.
like you're taking like almost. I don't know how to explain it. It's yeah, origin of using clocked to mean noticed. Um, clock to catch sight of or notice someone or something.
Okay.
So, anyways, use it if you want to, or we can change it. But I've used it at least like 10 times so far.
Mhm.
How old did you say Buzzard was in his 40s?
I thought maybe late 30s.
Late 30s. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. Again, I have no idea. You can change it if you want to, but Buzzard calls Mingo Minge. I don't.
Minge.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I don't know. Like I said, we can change it, but he's calling him Minge.
You think people will pronounce that Ming?
Maybe, I don't know. It's not Ming. It's Mige. Minge.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah, it's a British slang for female genitals. But anyways, I knew that before I looked it up, but I was just looking up pronunciation. And yeah, the Ming is without the E and Minge is. Anyways, but like I said, you could change it. Ah. Ooh, do you hear that thunder?
I heard something, yeah.
Yeah, we're about to get fucking slaughtered out here. I can tell it. How old Sam again? 16, 17?
She's 16.
16?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. I just made myself cackle. Oh, running out of time. I'm giving him a lazy eye, too.
Who, Buzz?
No, yeah, Buzz. Like I said, you can change anything you want. It don't matter. Oh, shit. Power just blanked.
Oh,
So if I disappear, you know why.
okay. Do you want to shut down before that comes
No,
up?
it's fine. I got all different kinds of protections.
Okay.
If it does, I got power surge. I got surge protectors, and I got a special fuse box out here.
We got 3,000 words in today. I know about 1,400 of that was mine.
Nice.
I haven't done any revising. I've just been writing this Mingo scene. The inside of his trailer.
Okay, that's enough. I'll layer next time, but I wanted to get that out before the power went out. Anywho, so damn good day of work. We got to be over 3,000 by now.
We're over 30. Yep, I just
Not
checked.
3,000.
Yeah, we're at like 30,400, something like that.
And we just got to the fucking carnival, dude. We might be working on a 90 to 100K project here. I'm just letting you know now.
We might, yeah.
But the bigger the better in this scenario, because publishers want a good chunk, enough that they can charge hardcover prices. So
yeah, it's coming along good. By the end of the week, I'm sure we'll have we'll have a novel done.
yeah.
I mean,
I'm
we
looking
already
like a turkey now. I'm
did
flying.
3,000 today, so
I got so much stuff down here. I really like the double meanings of all these chapters I've been working on. No place like home and X marks the spot.
mm-hmm.
People thinking one thing and it meaning another. Yay! Anyways, hi, dude. Anybody in here I got to say goodbye to? I don't think so. We got 2 people lurking, but at least that's what YouTube's telling me. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and say goodbye now to at least chat.
I forgot my camera was off.
I was wondering. I wasn't gonna be like, hey, you want to turn on your camera, show the people your lovely face. Anyways, but thank y'all for joining us. We will be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. I will not be streaming Wednesday morning, but we will have game night Wednesday night. Me and Chad are going to take Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday off every week. So, and I might even work on it on Wednesday during the day, but just not live. Anywho, so I will see you guys tomorrow. We will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for joining us. But until next time, all hail the chair. Goodbye.